Oh my gosh, we are back! Hello besties, it has been forever since I sat down and filmed a video for you guys for YouTube. I am so sorry for abandoning you guys, but I am back and I am better. So today is actually going to be the start of a new series I'm starting on my channel called Modestly Speaking. It's essentially going to be a series of sit-down videos where we talk about everything under the sun, from empowerment, self-development, goal setting, and life, and everything that comes with it. I hope you guys enjoy this new series. I am super excited about it, and we have such amazing things coming soon, inshallah. So I thought, what better way than to start this series off by easing our way into it with a simple Q&A. You guys asked me questions on Instagram and definitely did not disappoint, so let's get into it. So the first question that someone asked was, how did it feel to get married young, and does it feel like you're missing out on things? I don't know if I've ever spoke about this on my YouTube channel, but I got married extremely young. I was 21, and let me tell you this, I had no intention on getting married. It wasn't something that I was thinking about. I was in school hustling, trying to get my life together, trying to figure things out. But subhanAllah, we planned, but God's plan is greater. And I was still able to accomplish all the things that I wanted to accomplish even once I got married. After my wedding happened, I would get questions about how I managed being in school and being married, doing this, that, and the third, and being married. And it always confused me because I never understood why there was like a hard line between those two things. It seemed like you can't have both at the same time. I still went to school, and I came home to my husband. I would hang out with my friends, I would come home to my husband. Like, it was never something that seemed that hard to juggle. And honestly, I really chalk it up to having a very communicative and supportive husband. He was never a person who wanted me to miss out on life experiences, either with him, with my friends, or for myself. I'm still sitting here enjoying my 20s. I never felt like I missed out on anything ever. I wholeheartedly had the decision to partake in certain things, not partake in certain things. It's just up to you to be able to understand that your life was your life before you got married. I want to stress that there is no reason that a man or your husband or your partner should be the center of your life. We're both separate individuals who had lives and had experiences and did things prior to coming together and having a union, right? So you should be able to focus on yourself and experience your life and do the things that you want to do regardless of being in a relationship. So the next question was, how do you still show up for yourself while being a young mom? Guys, it takes so long for the wires in your head to make you realize that, hey, you need to take care of yourself because you can't be running on an empty tank and taking care of a baby. It took me forever to sit down with myself and be like, hey, you're not doing well, right? And you need to ask for help. The biggest thing is asking for help. I was so, mom is the word, tight-lipped. I would never ask anybody for anything because I thought that just because I had the baby that I have to be the only person responsible or the only person that the baby is safe with. And that is completely not true. Number one, it takes two people to have a baby. Leave that baby with their dad. And number two, utilize your village. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and it saddens me to think that I spent so long thinking that I can just keep running and not take care of myself. But alhamdulillah, I am at a place right now where I am able to focus on what makes me happy, because I know that when I'm happy and I'm at my best, I'm able to be a great mom. We have certain routines set in place where it's only me time. I can do whatever I want. I can film, I can go out, I can hang out with my friends. And those are the times that I look forward to because I'm able to recharge as an individual and not just a mom. Sometimes something as simple as going out and getting a cup of coffee, taking a workout class, or even just going on a walk truly changes your mental space and gets you out of a dark place. My husband will come home from work and I'll be like, all right, I have to go. And he'll be like, all right, go ahead. Because he knows that I've been at home with the baby and I need a break. So I will go and I'll get a cup of coffee, or I'll go get a massage, go on a walk. Overall, just like sit in the car and talk to one of my homegirls without a baby screaming in the back. And that makes me happy. So just finding what works for you and what puts you in a better place mentally is definitely the key. And this applies to anything in life. Something that is giving you burnout is always going to require you to take a step back and recharge and take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself first in order to be a functioning member of society, to be a good sister, to be a good friend, and just overall be of service to other people. You have to be of service to yourself first. Okay, this question actually kind of like brought a tear to my eye because it really hit home. It says, how do you make the journey back to Allah during times of low Iman? Iman fluctuates for everybody. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never wants us to stray far. He's always going to find a way to remind us that he is there and that you need to make your way back to him. Just like anything, the deen is a journey, whether it be with your hijab or with your prayers or overall your character. You need to take it one step at a time. Rome is not built in one day. You're not going to become a sheikh in one night. SubhanAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will always find a way to reel you back in. That is the biggest thing. And always remembering that he is there when you are at your lowest and you have nobody to speak to, you have nobody to cry to, nobody to rant to. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always there. And I like to think of it on a grand scheme of things, right? My little problem is nothing in comparison to the things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already done. Allah created mountains, he has created trees, he has created animals, he's created people. My little issue is nothing in comparison to that. So I should not feel any sort of embarrassment going to him and speaking to him about it, because at the end of the day, he is the #1 therapist and he is the only one who can solve any problem in front of you. Nobody in this world is a perfect Muslim. The Prophet ﷺ would spend nights, all night, standing at his sajda, praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive him for his sins. And he was promised Jannah. I always try to remind myself is that I brought a human into this world and it is up to me to be a good influence for her. My friend Sabrina Hassan actually was speaking about it in her YouTube video where she was talking about her journey with the hijab and that she wanted to be a good example for her daughter. That is honestly what pushes me most of the time, that I want her to be in a house that she sees people praying all the time, a mom that she sees wearing a hijab. I want her to see us listening to Quran, being practicing Muslims, because that burden is on me. I am no longer a standalone individual where only my actions are against me. I am raising someone, it's up to me to be a good example and to make sure that she has the correct foundation to be a good Muslim in her lifetime. All right, for the last one, it says, toxic Somali commentary that stops you from moving forward in life. I'm gonna start by saying this. Nobody or nothing is gonna stop me from moving forward in my life. And it is up to you to be able to block out the noise and realize half of the time people don't know what they're talking about. You need to be unapologetically you. As long as you are doing what needs to be done in regards to your faith, in regards to your morals, you should not be taking opinions from individuals who don't have anything figured out and only want to bring you down. Obviously, being on the internet, you're opening yourself up to criticism. Lord knows I have seen my fair share of awful comments, especially from people in the Somali community, and it sucks to see things like that because you want your people to accept you and to be proud of you, right? But when you see comments like that, obviously you're going to feel a bit of like discouragement and like being upset about it, obviously. But it is up to you to analyze what you're doing in your life, and if it is right for you, and if it works for you, and if it is something that you planned on doing and that is good within reason, don't listen to what anybody has to say. There are only a few people in your life that you owe an explanation. And if the people who are commenting stuff aren't a part of that small group of people, you do not need to be listening to them. You can never make everyone happy. That's literally just how the cookie crumbles. Someone's always going to be upset. But the first biggest thing is if you're happy with yourself and if you're happy with what you're doing. And the second thing is if the people who mean most to you are clapping for you and if they are happy with everything that you've accomplished, then you have done your job. You are allowed to live your life unapologetically you. And at the end of the day, what are they gonna do? So that is it for this week's video. I'm so happy to be back and chatting with you guys. I literally did not realize how much I missed sitting in front of this camera. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week for my second episode of Modestly Speaking. I love you guys so much. You mean the absolute world to me, and we'll talk soon. Bye.